Bitcoin's recent crash has taken down BTC more than 50% from its all-time high. Now, this is neither Bitcoin's first crash and guaranteed not the last. While Bitcoin has been one of the world's best performing assets over the past 10 years, digital gold has had its fair share of volatility and price corrections, to say the least. And while the panic selling seems to have finished, it's far too early to draw any conclusions from Bitcoin's or the cryptocurrency market overall latest drop. The next few weeks will define whether this was just another dip to buy or the beginning of a steeper decline. Just remember, in the end, everything will be good. And if it's not good, well, then you simply know it's not the end. No doubt, this drop did fall out a bit more severe than usual pullbacks. Now, whether or not this is the continuation of the downtrend or the ultimate dip buying opportunity, that's what we're going to discuss in this video. And also, how low BTC could potentially go. So before we start, I want to welcome you to Crypto Never Sleeps. My name is Nico Arachi, and I'm the host of this little show. First, we're going to go through the 6 biggest Bitcoin crashes in history. Charged, convicted, fined, and imprisoned. These bozos had stolen 700,000 Bitcoins by their deception. You see, in August 2012, the public learned that a classic Ponzi scheme updated for the digital age had been milking crypto investors for months, promising them incredible returns of 7% weekly interest. April 2013 forced Mt. Gox into an unprecedented total shutdown, sending prices down from nearly $260 to $50. You see, Mt. Gox at the time was what Binance is today. Now, back in 2013, Bitcoin became a victim of its own success as investors piled on to the exciting new opportunity that was buzzing in the mainstream media. Trading was, in fact, so intense that Mt. Gox couldn't handle the volume, and when it crashed, hackers attacked the vulnerability. That was a big thing at the time. 2013 was a tough year. Same year as Mt. Gox, China banned Bitcoin at the end of 2013. And again, it lost 50% from its value overnight. I think it's safe to say that China's relationship with cryptocurrencies has remained turbulent, and I think the country continues to add new restrictions every day, day by day. 2017, a landmark year, how good it felt. But then in the end, oof, how bad it felt. Well, 2017 was in fact the greatest year for Bitcoin. It broke all of its own records and peaked near $20,000. However, then on December 27th, it all came crashing down as investors were taking profits from what was an obvious bubble. And that sent the price catering below $12,000. Now, Bitcoin would remain in doldrums throughout 2018 as major hacks in Korea and Japan, as well as rumors that those countries were planning to ban Bitcoin, sent already skittish investors looking for the exit. And now we're getting up to date almost. In March 2020, down 50%. The pandemic, those ugly cronies, did not spare Bitcoin. And when the markets and also the traditional markets crashed in March 2020, the Bitcoin market crashed even harder. That time, Bitcoin lost half its value in only 2 days. Remember that, volatility. However, over a month, it fell from above 10,000 in February to below 4,000 in March 2020. We're getting closer, but let's first have a look at 2021 in May. In April, Bitcoin was the talk of the investing world as it roared past an astonishing 64,000 for a single coin. However, in a flash crash, 1 trillion in value was wiped off the global crypto market in a single week. First, Elon Musk went back on a promise to accept Bitcoin as a payment for Tesla cars. Then China, bad China, all the way is China, announced yet another crypto crackdown. Finally, the public, the retail investors learned about the environmental impact of Bitcoin mining, and crypto investors found themselves in a familiar position at the mercy of forces beyond our control. I guess the question only remains, how low can we go? I'm going to give you my 2 cents on the dollar in just a second. Now, for me, this is pretty simple. And if you follow this channel, then you will know that in April, May 2021, around up here, I did announce that we sold around 85 to 90% of our portfolio. But now taking some out and putting it away, and I mean, you feel good about yourself. Then on September the 28th, over here at around 42,000, we came out. You can watch the video up on the top where I said that we're gonna buy these top 10 coins at the following prices. Now, at that time was also when I drew these wonderful purple lines. And if you know this channel, then you'll know that I'm a big believer in the purple lines. But what is so magnificent about today is that I'm gonna draw 2 further purple lines. So let's get on with it. There we go. So you can see I drew one here at around 20,000. And if we're gonna see a real global meltdown, financial depression, as I actually think we are gonna, well, then the 4th purple line is gonna be hit as well. And now don't be little now. Don't be little fella. And come and crying when you say I put 11 and it went down only to 12. This is general directions. Remember, I never try to sell at the top or buy at the bottom. So that's it from me. I hope my voice didn't bother you too much. I mean, I got a cold. I probably got them ugly coronis. But nevertheless, in case it did give you any kind of value, then please hit like, smash, subscribe. And yeah, I think you better watch out. You better watch out. I think we're going to see a downwards trend. And I think it can be bad. But if it's going to go up, happy days. To you, to Kitty, and to myself too, It's all good.